Well, good day. Welcome back to Clayton Schick Outdoors. Of course, I'm Clayton Schick. This is the gorgeous, gorgeous outdoors. I am back up in Northern Manitoba on another Ice Fish Manitoba adventure up at Rocky Lake Cabins. Like I said, Northern Manitoba. Something I've never done before. I'm going to attempt to catch some smallmouth bass through the ice. The sun has just set. I just arrived. I'm going to jump on the sled, I'm going to head out, I'm going to check slush conditions and all that in some of the areas I want to fish, and I'm going to come back, get organized, and get a really early start tomorrow morning. Something I like to do a lot of times when I get here is go out even before you take your gear out, just check on slush conditions, anything like that, right? Just to give you some information going in. If there's a bunch of slush out there, you're better off with no sleigh behind your sled to start with. I do have the auger with me and the underwater camera in case I get to where I want to possibly set up and drop it down. But other than that, we're gonna fire up, get out there, and maybe I'll do something on the lake out there if I get an opportunity. I'm pretty excited, I'm not gonna lie. Let's do it. Can't tell if this is focused or not. I think it is. I'm so pumped. Sunset like 15 minutes ago. It always looks a lot brighter than it really is in this camera. Came to the first spot that I had auto charted when I was here in, I think I was here in August or whatever, and it looks like a nice rock pile out in the middle of the lake, as you can tell, middle of nowhere. And all the research I've done is that that's a good place to start. If you can find structure somewhere out in the middle. From what I remember, it's only like 20 feet here type of thing. I did drop the underwater camera down with very little visibility, and I saw a bass instantly, and then I lost visibility completely. I dropped down the Aqua Vu Micro Revolution Pro 5.0 Pro, so I was able to record that bass, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, first hole, I'm so stoked. I stopped in at Pete's Pro Tackle on the way up, and Pete said one of the things for smallmouth bass here is that you got to basically land on top of them, that they don't come to you. So tomorrow morning, because it's going to be dark, the first place I'm going to start is right here. Well, it's officially the next day. It's 10 in the morning at the next day. Clayton, why aren't you fishing yet? Well, I woke up and it said minus 31. I'm like, okay, this is cold, but maybe we'll get going here. I got going, all of a sudden dropped to minus 32, and then minus 33, and now we're starting to get on that warming trend. A lot of times when that sun breaks the horizon and clear skies, that's your coldest part of the day. But yeah, beautiful view here. Up, like I said, Rocky Lake Cabins, Rocky Lake Resort here, Northern Manitoba. They do have winter accommodations, as you can tell. I think just through February and March. I'm not sure if they're open in January, but there's a lot of awesome lakes out here close by for walleye, stock trout. Clear water is literally just across the road. The sled trails go like straight to it. So you can go lake trout fishing as well. It's another like really nice centralized area. So I'm going to pack the sled up, get dressed, and get the shelter set up, the heater going, and then get my cameras set up. Running GoPro when it's like this, minus 32, minus 33, or any camera will just shut down instantly. So there's no setup, anything like that. It's just literally into the warm shelter. And yeah, so let's go set up where we found that one smallmouth bass last night and see if there's some more kicking around. Okay, we're rolling everywhere. I'm set up. You can see on the Mega Live, I've got lots of rocks below me. Please keep in mind to start off with, I am not a bass fisherman, like at all. There's my bait. Oh, look at this. There's a fish coming up off the bottom too already. 2 of them. Oh boy. Okay. Well, this is a very good sign. Holy cow. No, okay. This is not staged at all. This is not staged. Right where I saw bass last night on the underwater camera, and I just caught a fish within, I'm telling you, seconds. Absolutely seconds. Not staged. Not staged like some of those other fishing shows on TV. Of course, I'll probably lose this to really, oh boy. Yeah, that just happened. That just happened. Okay. And that is not a bad bass either. Like, that's bigger than anything I've caught open water here. Oh, tantrum. I'll go over baits and all that right away. 17 and a half. My first bass, not open water, ice fishing at Rocky Lake is a 17 and a half incher. I'm not kidding you, in seconds. My bait never even hit the bottom. Unbelievable. Oh, well, that is so encouraging. Okay, just like that. Wow. I don't even know what to say. This is like when I notice all of a sudden the camera's not recording or something. I don't know what to say. That was way too easy. Like way too easy. So cool. What is that? Is that a... There's something just below the ice. I bet you that's a pike. Like just below the ice. Oh, and it just ate it. It just hit it. Okay, so now I'm really going to be curious. This has got to be a pike, right? I just saw it just floating below the ice. Got to be a pike? Yeah. Yeah, pike. That's what I figured. I was like, I'm not sure if like those bass will come that high up. And part of me was tempted not even to drop down right now for a pike like that. Well, turns out Rocky Lake ice fishing is fun. That was cool. Fish too. I got to get my hole cleaned out here, and yeah, nothing to it. We've got 2 days to fish. So I was thinking that the first day I just did the Mega Live, and then maybe the second day I'll do something with the underwater camera. And you can see on the Mega Live, like there's just rocks. There's some bunch of big boulders. I'll go over a little bit of that later, but I'm in about 18 feet of water. And yeah, boulders. So obviously Rocky Lake has good smallmouth bass fishing, but there's pike fishing here, walleye, ciscos, burbot. There's a bunch of different species out here. I'm hoping to kind of get into a smorgasbord of species. Bass is the target for sure, but hopefully there's other species to be caught too. Oh, that fish came streaking in there. I wonder if this is a pike for how fast it came in. And it looks longer on the Mega Live than it does wider. Yeah, and it just bit me off. Ah, well, there's down one tantrum already. Darn it. Of course, I don't have any more frosty clownfish of those sizes with me. I probably have another one in my truck, I'm thinking. But I guess we'll try a different color right now. Oh, I was just gonna put the underwater camera down for a bit and just look, and there's a mark 10 feet out that way. Oh, here comes one racing in from this side though. Fast. Got him. Okay. This mark does not look as big as that other mark. What do we got? Smaller bass? Yeah, smaller bass. Okay, well that's a good sign though anyway. Okay, you are small. You are tiny. You are tiny. Easy. I want to grab you, but I don't want to put a hook in my hand. Okay, well, I'm back to catching Clayton size fish. I mean J size fish. That one is a lot smaller than the first one that I caught. That's for sure. This is like probably like a 12 incher. That'd be a good eater. And I was thinking about actually cooking up a bass in the shack, but I think I might save that for tomorrow. We'll see. This guy's getting let go anyway. Maybe later in the day I'll whack one. Oh, look at this. Fish out here, cruising. I'll pull up. See what happens. To me, this is screaming pike with it being that higher, but I don't know, right? Like, I don't know how high these bass will cruise. Definitely drop down a little bit though after. Or maybe it could be coming up the shallow. I'm pretty sure it gets shallower behind me too, so there's a chance that it's coming up. Came off the shallow area too. And just suspended. Come on. We're gonna find out, I'm hoping. Okay, we're gonna find out. It started like a pike, I'd say up high, but then as it was coming, I was like, no, that's a bass. Like the way it just took forever to come in, and I'd say a nicer one too. It's right below the hole right now. Drop down and hopefully not knock them off. Barbless hooks tend to knock off at the bottom of the hole quite often. Quite often. There's lots of ice up here. Gotta get this hole cleaned out. It looks like a nice one. Looks like a nice one. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Not as big as the first one maybe, but still nice. Okay, nice. Gold tantrum, baby. I was starting to think maybe I needed to go to the truck and get my other frosty clownfish. Nothing to it. Probably, I don't know, 16-ish, something like that. Maybe 16 and a half. I don't think it's as big as that first one, but nice. That's awesome. I'm loving this. I really am. I really am. I know smallies are tough to catch through the ice. A lot of times they go deeper from everything I've read, and a lot of bodies of water that hold bass, smallies, you'd almost have to fish for them basically unethical. And obviously there's lakes that you can catch them ethically, Rocky Lake. I haven't found anything deeper than like 25, 26 feet. And right now I'm in 18, so even that's even better than 25, 26 feet, right? But they don't really suffer from barotrauma much in this lake from what I can obviously gather because it doesn't get that deep. And yeah, I just think that this is a great lake to be able to target them in the winter ethically and not hurt them at all in terms of catching them too deep and blowing up their air bladders. So very cool. This will be harder to film on the underwater camera with them coming up so high off the bottom. Can definitely try though. I got them coming down to me right now and he ate it going down to it. Nice, nice. Another one's down there like, where'd you go? Bob, come back. Ooh, I can't tell size at all because I don't know anything about bass fishing, but it doesn't feel small. Doesn't feel small. It's definitely dogging hard. Oh yeah, looks like a good one. Looks like a good one. Come on. Oh yeah, that's a nice fish. That's a nice fish. Easy. Don't turn on me. Don't turn on me. Nice. That's a good one right there. Boom. Bass 4. Nailing. Nailing. And there's another mark down there right now. Well, another cool fish. I like their bars. Their bars are so cool. Awesome. That one's got a split tail on here. I'll remember that. That split tail. We'll see if we catch any of the same fish again today. Oh, there's a fish down there right now. Right down, right there. Let's see if we can drop down. Come on, get down there, bait. See if he sees it. I'm almost right on top of him now. Get down. Come on. Come on. Get down there. Okay, let's see what happens. I got down where he was. Oh, there's another mark rising too. or just going across. Oh, this one's turning around. This one's turning around. Come on. This one looks nice. This one looks really nice. Oh, come on. Come on. This one looks big. Oh, there's one coming up off the bottom fast. That's not good. I scared that bigger one away. I don't want to really catch this one. This one's definitely smaller than the other one. I'm trying to just bring them out of here slow, but I'm pretty sure this one was quite a bit smaller than that other one. But this one did spook that one away. Darn it. That was a good one, I think. Well, maybe we'll still get another crack at him because obviously we didn't sore lip him at all. What do we got here? Yeah, so this isn't a bad one, but I guarantee it wasn't as big as that other one. Well, it's turned into a smash fest all of a sudden. So cool. So this is what I'm using right now. It's a Frostbite Tantrum. It's not the one I have on down there. I have a gold one down there. But this is a 46 centimeter, I want to say. They have 4 sizes, a 33, a 46, a 60, and a 100. I want to say, hopefully I nailed that. I'm not sure. It could be like a 43 instead of a 46, but I'm pretty sure it's a 46 right there. And then a lot of size, this is the size I always use for walleye, which is the 60, which I might try to drop down here eventually too, maybe to trigger some of the bigger ones, but I don't know. I wanted to go with something that was kind of an in-between size, and I think that's the right call. 46 millimeter Tantrum. I think I said centimeter, but it's millimeter Tantrum. And I had on the Frosty Clownfish. Now I got on a gold. I might try some other colors here and see what's going to work or whatnot, but I got a smorgasbord of them here right now. So we'll drop a few other colors down here at some point and probably try some other baits too. I'm really curious. I know Aaron's always done really well here on the past with the Hyper Glide, so I maybe try something like that too, but I want to try some spoons, maybe the Hyper Hammer. Yeah, I don't know. I got some drop shot stuff with me too, even though I feel like you don't have to fish a drop shot through the ice. You can probably just hold it and keep it quite level type of thing and be able to watch it on the Mega Live. We shall see, but I'm not even sure what I'm all going to use today. Catching fish is obviously the biggest priority, and I think I've already got 6 bass, so life's good. Okay, well, there you go. You can see all the rocks, boulders. There's my bait. There's my bait just sitting there. Maybe I can catch, maybe I will do something with the underwater camera. This clarity's good enough. I think tomorrow we're gonna try underwater camera and try to do something with the bass in that sense. But anyways, you can see, once it stops spinning there, you can see all the big boulders that I'm around. I'll drop it down a bit lower. I could see that big one. Oh, there was my bait again. And yeah, boulder central. It's like a silty bottom kind of mix in there, but that's awesome. Like that looks so good right there. Turn back, come on camera. It's always hard to turn this camera. But you got big boulders mixed in with like silt. That's like big boulders with more of a rock shelf. Oh, there's a fish. I saw a fish in amongst those boulders. I wonder if I can get the camera back there. There was a fish there though. So yeah, you see some boulders, some rocks. I can't get the camera back to where I really like. Right in there, that looks awesome right there. That looks so good. Boulders mixed in. I like it. I like it. Oh, it might have been a bass to the left. But yeah, so that's kind of what the structure that I'm fishing. Everything I've read and done research on, you want to be in some kind of like structure in that. And rocks, big boulders is supposed to be the best out of everything, like kind of mixed in with all that silt and sand and everything like that. I've read that like the flat rocks, the big long flat rocks aren't exactly what you want. You want some big boulders mixed in. There's a bass sliding off this rock. I'm like 99% sure there's a burbot below me. And here comes a bass possibly. Come on. Nice. Okay, I had a burbot mess with me forever. I'm pretty sure it's a burbot, and then this bass just slid right off of that rock. And there's another one. Or it could be the burbot following me up too, but I had a burbot mess with my Mega Live transducer. Objective definitely achieved for the smallies. Oh, there's a mark on the right. So I'm dropping back down. Is it coming over this way? I'd say so. Come right off that rock. It saw my bait falling for sure. This is a bigger mark, I'd say. This is a bigger mark. Come on. Nice. Man, they are such a light biter. Definitely a little bit bigger mark, I'd say, than the last one. They are such a light biter. It's insane. Easy. Easy. There's so much ice. Come on. Easy, girl or boy. Wow. Just leveling them. Like absolutely leveling them. Nice. Nice. That's a gooder. That's a gooder. Oh, there's another one at the bottom of the hole. There's one that followed it up for a second, I think. That's a gooder right there. Bang. Oh, they're loving the little tantrum. I guess it's not the smallest tantrum, but the, what did I say, 46 millimeter. That's a good one right there. Awesome. Oh, it's good. Life is good. Crushing smallmouth bass. Beautiful. And this is a sleigh day. Like this is a legit sleigh day crushing. Awesome. That's probably a 17-incher. See ya. Nice. Leveling. That one's darker. All different colors. So cool. Oh no, that wasn't a bass that followed me earlier. That's the burbot. I knew I wasn't playing games with myself. I knew that was a burbot that was following my bait around down there. I could tell. And earlier it had messed with my transducer a little bit too. And then I looked down there and there's a burbot again. I thought I saw a bass following my other bass earlier, but no, that was a burbot. Okay. So there's a burbot kicking around. So cool. I got a bass here off the edge of this rock on the left-hand side too. So much cooler with live imaging to be able to see around the rocks. And on a normal flasher, you've got a rock dead zone and that's it. And you don't see when there's fish below it. Yeah, you can see when they rise above it, but you don't get to see beside it right now like I do, how there's a fish swimming in and amongst that rock there. Live imaging is so cool. Oh, so Mark flying in too fast. This is a pike, right? Like just flying in. That burbot, again, he's right below. Look at that. That burbot is below here. A bit higher, 12 feet. Coming fast. Yeah, oh, charging in. Pike? Pike or bass? I was gonna say pike to start with, but maybe now a bass. Looked narrower than it was wider. But let's see. If it was a pike, I feel like it would have ate already. Come on. There we go. Wow. What a day. Like I've been fishing for, I don't even know how long, like an hour and a half probably. It's just insane. Insane. What a chunker. Unbelievable. Like that one's got some oomph to him. Chunky a monkey. What a day. Unbelievable. Thank you for making it look this easy. It's another 16 to 17 inch bass. Very cool, but fat. Wow, what a day. What a day. And that burbot is still messing with that. Look, bang, he's gonna come up, he's gonna nail it, and my whole bottom starts to shake of the Mega Live. Because he's pecking at that transducer. This is so funny to watch. And gone. Yeah, so funny. This is so good. Even though it's minus 30 because there's no wind, it's not bad out there. I've been able to keep the heater just on low in the Otter. I always talk about my favorite shacks being like the resort and the new lodge with the full door, the hubs. The flip over is still so hard to beat. I don't know, I always say if I only have one shelter, it probably would be the Otter Resort because it'd be the most versatile for me. But being able to like have like something where you can run and gun more and then being set up with like a sled. I'm very, very fortunate to have what I have right now. I'm not going to hide it or deny it or anything like that. I'm very fortunate. I've worked very hard to get to this point to have lots of nice gear and drain my bank account a few times, you know, but hey, good gear will make you be able to fish when it is a lot colder, and it's better for the fish and all that sense too. Like I wouldn't want to put those bass through this minus 30, right? Like that's just a pretty big shock coming from, not that the water, obviously it's not like warm, but it's not minus 30 down there. Okay, let's try the bigger tantrum for a bit. Come on. Which one's gonna be the victim? And there's more moving off there too. This is unbelievable. Got him. I would say out of all of them, that looked like the biggest mark too. So maybe having a bigger rattle bait could be good, right? It's hard to say. That one definitely did look the biggest. Whoa, 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 whoa. It came straight up the hole. Easy. Watch me end up losing him even though I had him like right up for a second. Yeah, that's a nice bass. Okay, maybe a bigger bait could be the ticket to catching some of the bigger ones. And that burbot is down there again. Look at that burbot. It's right down there again. I thought I was seeing things earlier. That is a gooder right there. Nailed the bigger frosty clownfish, the 60 millimeter. Like another probably 16.5 inch or stuff like that. I'm catching bigger bass today than I caught open water. I'm absolutely loving this. See ya. We have to catch that burbot because he is just, look at him. I wonder maybe with a little bit bigger bait now if I could catch him, but he keeps hanging out here. It's like me versus the burbot right now. Oh, there he is. There he is. Oh, I got him. I got him. I got him. I'm just gonna drop back down because I couldn't get him to, I played with it for a while, tried to sight fish him and couldn't find him. And then all of a sudden I saw him come in. I hope that's on the head camera. Oh, you have messed with me for too long with that transducer. Unfortunately, you have so much energy Mr. Burbot. Well, that's 3 different species now. Not a bad Burbot at all. They're so hard to get straight for a, oh, and there goes my head camera hole. That was close. Hopefully I have the Burbot eating below the hole. Like I said, I was just about to drop back down and all of a sudden I was like, there he is. Hopefully, hopefully. Okay. Don't come back. That thing has tormented me for like, I don't know, half an hour. Just keeps moving my transducer around everything. So, and following like every bass up to the hole too. It's so crazy. I love big fish. Like hands down, it's my favorite thing to target. Bigger species of fish. But something I think I love even more is the adventure and something new. This is, to me, this is a lot of fun being able to do something that I've never done before. Today is my first Smallie ice fishing experience ever. I enjoy new experiences. I really do. Oh, what's that? Right here, right here. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, hyper hammer. I think this is going to be a good bait for this bass, as a hyper hammer. What do we got here? What do we go? Oh baby, oh baby. This one feels nice. This one feels nice, actually. This one feels really good, like really good. Oh, it's a pike. Oh, it's a pike. They don't count. Am I gonna lose this bait? You guys don't count for anything. Don't lose my bait, please. There's another fish down there too, is chasing probably a burbot again. Oh, the old northern pike fish. The old northern pike fish. Man, they fight hard, hey? Oh yeah, you'd be a good eater. Ooh, you'd be a really good eater. Easy, 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 easy. Well, I did want to keep a fish to eat at some point, and as you can tell from the blood, this fish is hooked deep, and I'm a firm believer in selective harvest. So we're going to keep that. It's about a I'd say about a 26-inch pike. Perfect eater. I'm going to break his neck. We're going to clean him up, and he's going to be beer batter at some point. Oh, look at this mark rising here. Come on. I like this. Come on. Oh, he's hardly grabbed it. Just going to drop it below him for a bit. This looks like a nice one. Looks like a nice one. Come on. There we go. Nice. I'm glad I didn't set it the first time when he hardly grabbed it. This feels like a decent fish. Feels like a good one. What do we got? Ooh, I saw its tail for a second. It's a nice bass. Bass are so cool. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good fish. Switch to the hyper hammer after that pike. Inhaled it. I just did a retie, and oh geez, a fish came up, and a pike, must have been a pike, come all the way up. It's going back down there now. Came up and took a swipe at this fish, or just kind of checked it out anyway. Hardly hooked. I've got a bunch of fish down there again. I got to get down quick. Another beautiful fish. What an absolute sleigh day. Crazy. That's a 10-inch hole. Just so everybody knows, I don't really use 8s ever. I pretty much use 10s for everything. I'll catch a couple more on this bait and show it off too. And yeah, this is probably already turned into a pretty long video because it's just absolute sleigh fest. There's 2 more marks coming in. Jeez. Yeah, this is crazy. I wonder if I'm at like a really good spot right now, or I wonder if it's like they're just on, right? Like I've heard they can be so hard to catch sometimes in the winter. This one's smaller. This one's smaller. Little guy. That's a little guy. Ooh, there'd be my eater. Oh no, I already got a pike. I don't need to kill a smallie now. I got a pike. Look at this. I got a mark below me. I've got a mark cruising in here on the right at 14 feet, it looks like. Coming in hot. I like this. Oh yeah, I like this. It's not going to change anything. It's going to keep moving on the spot. Maybe pull it up slightly as he gets closer. Oh, he didn't eat it. Oh, he bumped it. Oh, I shouldn't have did that. He's going to take off, isn't he? Oh, no, maybe. He's coming back. I might get another chance. It's hardly got it. I feel like if I'm going to pull rid of his mouth right now. No, okay. That was poor execution. I just felt like he hardly had it again like the first time, right? Like, I'm still learning the whole smallie bite. They're not as aggressive as I was expecting. By that I mean like not as aggressive as a bite. I knew they weren't going to be crazy like chasing baits around. I knew I'd probably have to finesse them a little bit, but they're just a lot like a perch. They just hardly peck at it. Well, that's 3 quick ones on the hyper hammer. The 1/4 ounce hyper hammer TT. I'll show that bait off after one more fish. We'll go through that. I got 2 sizes right now. They do have more sizes available right now. I have scored on the 1 ouncer in the walleye season right at the end of the year. It was really, really good bait for me, so I'm excited to get some of those in my hand for open water season again. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, I went maybe a little bit too fast. It's okay though. That looks like a nice one. I'm trying to wait for him to find it again before I drop it. Come on. I like that one though. It's like he's looking for it. I'm gonna just slowly stand up and sit back down here and continue to work this fish. There he goes. I like this fish. This one looks good. This one looks good. Got him. Nice. Okay. Just as fast as I can drop down there sometimes. I don't even know how many I've caught now. I've caught at least 20. That's a porker. Well, it might not be the longest of the day, but this is definitely the fattest. Holy moly. Okay, that's the fattest of the day. Definitely. Holy. I don't think it's the longest. It's like 16.5-ish, maybe 17. But man, that's deep. Like, that's a deep one. Oh, I'm having a blast. I'm not gonna lie. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, unbelievable. What a day. He goes right back down. That's so cool. So there are 4 sizes to these baits. A 1 ounce, a 1/2 ounce, a 1/4 ounce, and an 1/8 ounce. This is the 1/4. That's the 1/8. You can tell a little bit of different size comparison there, right? And like I said, when I was fighting that fish, I was using the 1 ouncers when they first kind of, shouldn't say they weren't out yet. I got them sent to me just as like a demo or whatever, right? To see what they're like, and slammed walleye on them. These things are going to be a staple in my boat this year for sure. Most likely probably the 1/2 and the 1 ounce, and then the 1/4 ounce and this 1/8 ounce have been for the ice fishing season. You can turn the tail around to basically give it a little bit smaller movement, and it's a silicone tail too, so ain't's not a word I know, but they ain't gonna break off. And they have replaceable tails to put on there too if you want to change the colors. But it's kind of neat. Like I said, you could like turn them around like that, and then they don't move as much. If you put them this way, they move around as a normal glide bait, where they like, you pop them up and they swing out to the side, pop them up, swing out to the side. And once you flip that tail around this way, it just kind of falls a little bit more in a controlled area, I should say. It does glide out a little bit, but not like it does when the tail is that way. So I am using the 1/4 ounce right now. I think a 1/4 ounce is a good size for these smallies. It's enough of a profile and still a small enough bait for them to eat. So 2 really, really good baits right now. The 46mm Tantrum and the Hyper Hammer TT 1/4 ounce. Love it. The rod I've been using for these bass this morning, it's the same one for both baits. It's the 37 medium light smoke show from Frostbite, paired with the 500 series Sahara reel. I like a really light setup for something like this. Now I am a little bit overkill on the line. I'm using 8-pound Sufix 832 ice braid. This Sufix 832 ice braid is the first year I've been using it, and so far I've been very, very happy with it. I haven't fished outside a pile, but like inside, like right now I don't have the heater going at all, and nothing ices over in that sense, right? Like if you're outside, any braided line after a while does start to ice a little bit, but this stuff seems to hold the wax coating a little bit longer, and you can kind of slide it down the line. I've been very happy with it. And then I have on there paired an 8-pound Sufix Advanced Fluorocarbon line. It's not leader material. I just use the fluorocarbon line. I find that it works quite well for something like that, for a leader material. I probably got on like a 4 or 5 foot section, something like that. Maybe a little bit overkill for the size of baits that I'm using, but I knew that there was going to be some pike kicking around and some burbot and whatnot, and wasn't really too worried in that sense that I was going to have bass shy away from it. I do have some smaller setups in the sled with me in the Otter case. I have a couple 36-inch lights, some Royal Flushes with like 6-pound braid and 6-pound line, and some smaller baits. But I'm really happy with the rod choice for today, the Smoke Show. I did catch a couple on the True Grit with the bigger Frosty Clown Tantrum. That's a Tantrum 60, and that may be the answer in terms of like if you had a pile of fish come in and you wanted to like target just the bigger ones out of the group. But for the most part, I've had like singles, 2s, and 3s. Maybe once I had 4 fish come in at once. Most of the time it's been like singles, 2s, and 3s type of things. So it's a mark moving in front of this rock. Here it comes. Look at that. I could see it slide in front of that rock. Come on. Come on. Nice. That was cool to be able to see it just ever so slightly slide right in front of that rock. That was awesome. Very cool. This one feels nice. Like this one feels heavy. Is this a bass? This one feels like it's got lots of weight. What do we got here? Yeah, that's a bass. That's a bass. I saw it for a second. Oh yeah. Man, are they awesome. Another fat one. Oh boy. Oh boy. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Look at, I took the hook out. You see a little bit of blood there. The hook ever so slightly caught my thumb. That's a big one right there. Oh, unreal. Wow. Loving it. Unbelievable. See ya. Yeah, just when I reached in his mouth, that hook ever so slightly caught my thumb. They're sharp hooks. So I got lucky and kind of came across a little hump like this when I was fishing out here, open water. But a lot of times you can like just slide to shore here like a point and then come out from it type of thing, right? Like, and there'll be rock structure all along it or rock structure out in there. Off a shoreline like that is probably one of your best starting points, right? Like just pick a shoreline, a point, and just drill out from it and find the rock structure. And those smallies will winter in that type of structure for sure. Like I said, I got a little bit lucky to find something like this that's a little bit more out in the open, but there's probably more like that out here, right? It's really hard to find in the winter. So I'd go towards like a point and I'd start drilling, use your underwater camera and look for rock structure, or if you have live imaging, something like that, where you can scan and be like, oh, boulders everywhere type of thing. So yeah, structure like that seems to be really good. I'm going to drill some other holes around this structure actually and just see what else is around here and see where I might want to set up tomorrow, or see if I want to go somewhere completely different. I'm not exactly sure. Oh, there's a fish appearing on this rock here. Oh, two of them. Oh, and one from the left too. It's funny when they come in, it's like sometimes it can be just in schools here. Come on, here we go. This one's coming off the rock. It's gonna do it. They're gonna do it. This front one looks a little bit bigger too, which is a good thing. Rise, rise. Got him. Nice. That's probably the bigger one out of the two. But once it worked out, right? A lot of times the smaller one gets there first, but this time I'd say the bigger one out of the two got there. Absolute smashing of smallmouth bass today. Rise, rise, rise. Pull away, pull away, pull away. Got him. These are fun. There's a toad. There's a toad. Holy yes. Come up quick here. Take a bite. I'll reel you up. Take a quick photo. Put you back. I won't even eat you. Here he comes. It is surprising how light those fish can bite. I got him. He up-bit me so hard. I ran out of room. That was really amateurish. He up-bit me hard. They're starting to look like every other fish now. Another, you know, like what, 15-incher? Come on. They like that up, up, up and away, right? Like I talk so much about walleye fishing and like pounding it down in the dirt and all that, right? And get them to eat out of the dirt. These smallies have like that, keeping it away from that tick, 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 and just slowly pulling it away from them. Just one after another. Well, what a day. Honestly, like what an amazing day. I'm back at the cabin. It's dark out. I came back like probably with like an hour left of light yet. I just had caught so many bass. I think I ended up with over 40 fish. I caught lots probably that aren't on the video. Like it was honestly just non-stop. I had a couple slow periods for like 10, 15, 20 minutes maybe, but it was like I said, ones or twos. And at the end of the night, I had a bunch of 3s, 4s come in. It was insane. Cooked up some pike here, simple bake in the oven with, I don't know if it'll focus, with chipotle seasoning and smoked salt and butter. Just did some mac and cheese, and yeah, going to upload footage, probably start to edit a little bit here because it's like what, 7:30, so I'll be up for probably a little bit while yet. A little bit while, nice English, Clayton, a little while yet. And yeah, Rocky Lake Cabins, great day. There's so many cool places to go around here, like so many backcountry lakes and everything like that. Like you could come here and hit a different lake every day. And then of course the smallmouth bass, that was fun. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. And as always, don't forget, get outside.